So, welcome to my Killing Floor 2 video. I'm recording this all in the editor because despite my best attempts, the gameplay still makes me very sick. And I have seemed to have lost the test video. So, as you can see, I have regular path nodes leading the zombies to the nearest trader that are scattered across the map, and the map is decorated. Inside, you can see that I do have spawn zones and a sky map. I have got the lighting all set to very high right now without as many shadows because I wanted it to be clearer for the recording. I have several zones in my game. There is the garden zone here, which is easy to get into through the windows on either floor or through the gate here, but is very difficult to get out of because you can only leave through the gate. Over here there's the car park, which has many entrances and exits, which has its own trader attached. There's the main street, which mostly acts as a thoroughfare. In the building, I actually ended up inserting middle floor levels to help add height to the building and to add more zombies to spill out of the building, which has turned out very well during tests. Sorry, that's the empty floor. There is a stairwell that goes from the bottom floor to the top floor, and on the top floor I have a set-aside area for a office, and through the rest of it a cube farm that also has scattered around nodes. Most zombies will spawn near the windows on either side so that they can spill out of the windows or else pour into the room. Through here, there's access to a storage room in which you can pick up some collectibles like the ammo and guns. And this is one of the narratives in the game where there's a secretary's chair that is knocked over, and this door, which is automatically opened during gameplay, and so is this one, which leads you to the trash conference room, which is all knocked apart. And in the corner there's a bloody body, the inside of a zombie spawn zone, which is supposed to indicate that she ran away from and was defeated by zombies. For context, there's also a clean room. Down here on street level, the second of the stories is visible insofar as there's steady barricades on this side. However, the cars here are still parked, and other cars have crashed and toppled in an attempt to get away, which is supposed to indicate that the defenses here have failed. Similarly, a train crash is very evident down here on the bottom level, where it shows the way that transportation also broke down here, where it's still running fine over here. There are lights on inside the train and a trader. It's also one of the major zombie spawn zones down here on the basement floor, but you can't even enter this side of the train, and it's knocked out that light to half the brightness of the others. Each of the long hallways down here in the subway acts as a monster spawn zone, which can pour up onto the street or else flood the subway tunnels. It's also very indicative that all the emergency vehicles have failed here. But at the same time, the office and everything is still in order, so the disaster happened very quickly. I'm sorry I can't get you any gameplay video. I did try, I'm sorry. But there is a level, it is polished, and I was able to show you at least where everything is. The level, the office is largely symmetrical apart from the bottom floor. One area where I did overscope is I never actually got around to filling in the offices and the mess hall on the ground floor of the office. It was just beyond what I could do in the time that I had, so I did my best to polish everything else as much as I could instead.
Similarly,
I was never able to fill out any of the background or provide a second side to the street, so it's just a small walled compound overall. And that's my final iteration level.